About 200 pupils who sat the KCPE in 2019 from Marsabit County will have a reason to smile after receiving funding for their secondary school education. The program, initiated by the county government of Marsabit, seeks to empower exemplary students who are not able to pay their school fees and other needs. The funding comes in the way of fully funded scholarships to different secondary schools across the country. We're now joined by reporter George Maringa, who is in Marsabit. George Maringa, good morning. We're talking about scholarship for these students. Talk to us about probably how much will be spent in terms of supporting the over 100 students who will be joining high school.
Good morning to you, Brendan. Happy New Year from county number 10, that is Marsabit County, where about 200 students or pupils who sat the 2019 KCPE will benefit from a program that will be the second rollout ever since it was established. Now it is it is called the scholarship fund by the county government of Marsabit, that is to basically ensure that as pupils who are from disadvantaged backgrounds, who have performed exemplary, are able to further their studies. Remember that this county is one of the has been regarded as the marginalized counties in terms of it's one of the ASAL counties, to be specific, and therefore it has also been rocked by conflict in the past, and therefore education is something that is necessary. Now, about the funds, just about last year, that is the 2018-19 financial year, there was about 60 million Kenya shillings that was dedicated to this fund, which saw over 200 students or KCPE pupils who had qualified to join various secondary schools get this funding. Now, it is not only funding for the school or tuition fees, but it also happens in matters accommodation and other costs that come with learning. Remember, they're not only enrolled to different high schools here in Marsabit County, but from various parts of the country in different counties as well. Now, the fund seeks to not only, it also comes with a mentorship program that seeks to empower the students, because they are, when one reaches this stage of joining high school, there is also the career choices that come, and therefore remember, these people who have been in the past sidelined from the rest of the country, therefore would need something like this to basically help them. So last year each scholar at the annual award ceremony received checks for school fees upon submission of relevant requirements. Remember, it is to pupils who have actually scored 300 marks and above. It is not for exemplary students who have like 400 or so. It's anyone who has qualified and has scored just about 300 marks, going from 300 marks and above. And now in December 2018, there were applications that were received from various parts of the county, to basically have these pupils who are from disadvantaged places come over to have this conversation. Brenda, I am awaiting the governor of this county number 10, that is Governor Mohammed Ali, who's just about to make his way here to, basically have the event go on. Brenda, back to you for a few minutes.
Right, Judge Maringa, I mean, it's a good initiative that's being done by the Marsabit County, also coming at a time, when the government, I remember when Professor George Magoha, Education CS, was releasing the KCPE results of 2019, he talked about also the government actually, funding some of the students, some of the pupils from less privileged families where they cannot pay school fees. So the government is actually funding the school fees for secondary school. But so many people have been asking, what criteria has been used to pick them? Because it's about talking about families that cannot, are not privilege when it comes to finances, but how was that, done, that it can be proved that this student, this pupil cannot actually pay school fees?
Indeed, Brenda, indeed, the criteria is one that is a very unique one because we understand that it was not only for those who performed or got just 300 marks and above. It was just, from different parts of the county right here in Marsabit who were basically, and attended various places. Remember, Marsabit is sort of the largest county, and remember that it is not only vast in matters development, but also, marginalization and things to do with funding. And that is why the county government of Marsabit has endeavored to ensure that basically the students or these pupils who are from disadvantaged backgrounds come over or are enrolled in different parts or in different schools. So the criteria is one that involved a few, the pupils having to go through a rigorous process. They submitted their documents to have the enrollment program. And we're just lucky that the governor himself is right here to basically answer these questions for us. Thank you, Governor, for making time on KTN News. We were just actually discussing the criteria or how you were able to come up with this program. It is the second that you're launching in 2019. The first one happened last year. So how did you go about to ensure that our pupils are selected from the entire county?
Yeah, thank you very much, first of all, for giving us this opportunity to articulate issues surrounding this scholarship program. The procedure of selection of students, we have ward committees. In every ward, we have 20 wards in this county, and we have a scholarship committee which vets the pupils, those who have got the requisite marks, because we have a minimum 300 marks for the girls, 320 for the boys. That is the first criteria. Criteria number two is the poverty level, right? The ability or inability of the parents or otherwise. And I think that has been very clear. It has had no issues around it, and committees have been meeting and have been vetting students, and they come up with a comprehensive list, and therefore they forward it to the department, the CEC, and therefore the department processes whatever is required to be done after that.
Right. So how much in Kenya shillings did you dedicate to the scholarship program in 2018, and how much will you spend in this year?
In 2018, we dedicated a total of 60 million Kenya shillings. And this time round, we have 66 million Kenya shillings for the scholarship program. Yeah.
Right. And so, Governor, the question has been, your county is quite vast. It is large in terms of size and also equally population. So how thereby will you ensure or that you reach, even to the very grassroots level? We know that you had the Loyangalani Festival last year that brought together many people. So will the sensitization be the same in terms of reaching out to every single child that needs to be funded for this scholarship?
Yeah, the information is sent through several avenues. First of all, the department has done a lot of awareness, sensitizing people in every ward. Our MCS, right, members of the county assembly, we work hand in hand. They have been very instrumental in bringing this information also to the people. Number two, through the local FM radio stations, we've been able to reach everywhere, every corner of this county. The ward administrators, the sub-county administrator, and all the administration line up from the grassroots up to the county level have always been holding barazas and bringing to the attention of the public the existence of such an opportunity. Mm-hmm. We've also been working hand in hand with the central government, through the county commissioner, through the DC, the chiefs, the sub-chiefs, right? And the local leadership, the committees, which are normally there to assist the rural villages. Should there be relief committees, water committees? These ones have all been given information, and they have been disseminating the information adequately.
As you wind up, Governor, after Form 4, do you also facilitate the education to universities, or what happens after? Because it's a full scholarship from Form 1 to Form 4. What happens after the complete the Form 4 studies?
As a matter of fact, the scholarship covers the whole life of the student. But after Form 4, it depends on the performance of the particular students. We will monitor. For those who will make it to the university, we will also ensure that their education up to university level until they complete, we take care of the same until completion. It's not only up to Form 4, it's a continuous program. But for those who do not excel to university level, unfortunately, we will cut it off. And again, even for the students who go to secondary themselves, those who don't perform well, and we will monitor progress, right? This is to encourage them really to work hard the way they have done at the primary level. If they don't excel properly, then it might be revoked. But what we are launching today is not only limited to the secondary students. We have a program to cover the technical, the polytechnics, the VTCs. Marsabit County has made that learning also free for all in the county. So we are paying on behalf of the parents. That is also what we are launching today for the second year running. And that is, of course, a total of 700 students across all the VTCs in the county. We also have university students bursary, which will benefit a total of 2,400 students. And the schools that have scored the minimum that we required, we have 4 schools, and we are benefiting them with projects totaling 3 million each. That is the event for today. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Governor, for your time. Brenda, these are just some of the beneficiaries who are standing behind me who will benefit from this program. Remember, Governor Mohamud has mentioned that last year it was 60 million shillings. This year it is 66 million shillings, and it proceeds all the way from Form 1 to Form 4, that is the entire secondary school education. And after that, depending on the performance of the student, then therefore they will also be fully funded for the university studies. An initiative that is quite unique, especially in this part of the region or the country. Brenda.
Right, thank you so much, George Maringa. It's such a good way to begin the year 2020 for the students. And once again, Happy New Year. I forgot to greet you because you've not spoken this year. But thank you so much, George Maringa, a reporter from Meru County, but is kindly giving us updates of what's happening in Marsabit.